Yo, what is going on, my nerds in the hood? Got another movie review for y'all. Your boy just checked out that Death of Superman. And yo, it's the Death of Superman and Superman vs. Doomsday. The story's kind of like 20 years old. Everybody know the gist of it, so it's going to have some spoilers, you know what I'm saying? Then at the end, I'm going to kind of compare it to the first one and what I think which one was the better adaptation of the Death of Superman versus Superman Doomsday. Okay, now this one, it took a little bit of time to get into it because at the beginning the primary focus was a lot on Superman and Lois's relationship, well as Clark and Lois Lane's relationship. You know what I'm saying? They was like they've been dating for a while, but she don't know that he is Superman, and she's saying he got all these secrets and stuff. Blah 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 blah. So then after a while, you see a meteor coming towards the Earth, and everybody know where it's going to hit. So it hit in the ocean, in the water. So Lex had a submarine down there trying to see what it was, see what was going on, and it happened to crash right by where some Atlanteans was. So the Atlanteans go see what it was, and Doomsday brought it to him. You know what I mean? He beat the shit out of the Atlanteans. Like, you see limbs and shit floating in the water. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then the people in Lex Luthor's submarine, they bit the dust too. And that dude he just walked the land. And let me tell you what I liked about this one compared to the first one. In the first movie, it was all about Doomsday versus Superman. You know what I mean? Like, that was the whole fight right from the beginning. They didn't waste no time. This one, it took about 15 to 20 minutes before to get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the whole Justice League. You had Martian Manhunter was there. Hal Jordan was there. Hawkman, Batman, The Flash, Cyborg, Superman, you know what I mean? All the big heavy hitters, you know what I mean? All the big name Justice Leaguers was there. And Superman at the time when Doomsday first came down, he was talking to Lois because previously he was talking to the Flash. Like, they had a little Justice League meeting, they would like a little round table, and the Flash was getting married to Iris, and Superman was asking him about Iris knowing your secret identity. He was like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's part of the sacrifice and the trust, you know what I mean? That's what marriage is about. So you had Superman thinking, and Wonder Woman hinting at the same thing, and kind of mentioned how they dated previously, but she wasn't with all the secrets are high, and that wasn't her style, and that's why it didn't work between them. But she pretty much told Superman the same thing, like, you gotta tell Lois, you know, who you are, or it's never going to work. You're always going to have these problems. So they had this little restaurant, and Superman is pretty much telling Lois Lane who he really is. And at this same time, the Justice League is getting that ass whipped, all of them. And what I ain't really like about it, what it could have made it better, is if they had them all fighting Doomsday like together as a group. You know what I mean? But the way they did it was like one Justice Leaguer come in, get his ass kicked, and right before Doomsday get ready to put him with the final blow, here comes another Justice Leaguer to save the day. Then he get his ass whipped, and so on and so on. That's pretty much how they did that until like Superman got the call while he was out, like, yo, we need you type shit. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, that dude Batman, he's amazing, yo, cause he invaded, he escaped, and he did everything he could to avoid that ass whipping, boy. I give it to him for not having no powers and be able to go as long as he did. Besides, I would say Wonder Woman, he probably lasted the longest in the fight. The Hal Jordan fight was pretty dope too, you know what I'm saying, against Doomsday. And Wonder Woman joint was hot. And yeah. And okay, let's get back to what I was saying. Get all focused and shit start going crazy. So as that was going on, Superman he goes over there. The whole Justice League is down. You know what I mean? And one thing I liked about this Doomsday, they show him evolving with the claws, you know what I mean? Like he was getting, the claws was coming out his hands and out his shoulders, you know what I mean? Like he was evolving as the fight was going on, as he was taking some punishment, you know, because Wonder Woman took it to him a little bit, Hal Jordan took it to him a little bit, you know what I mean? Everybody else not so much, you know what I mean? But them two really got their licks off. So Superman and Doomsday going at it, you know what I mean? Toe to toe, toe to toe, toe to toe, blow for blow. Then the thing that was kind of crazy is that in the midst of Superman getting his ass whooped, he always got a sense of like civilian safety around him. So like he'll hit Doomsday with a big ass hit, and then as soon as he get to be able to maybe put the finishing touches on him, you know what I mean? It's like some kid in danger where like the bridge was about to collapse and he got to go save the kid real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do Superman with that shit. Always got to save the kids. And they was going at it. And then Superman was down. He was down. And Lex Luthor had came up and like this. He wasn't in his like his little suit, his little battle suit. He was in like a mech Hulkbuster type suit, you know what I mean? And he came and he was giving it to Doomsday for a minute while Superman was down. Like Lex gave him some time to catch his breath, and then Lex went down, you know what I mean? And Superman saved him from dying too. Like he should have let that nigga die, you know what I mean? But Soup saved him anyway. And then like Superman is in Metropolis, he's down, he's getting hurt, and he's about to die. Then Lois is throwing bullshit ass rocks at Doomsday, you know what I mean? And Doomsday turn around looking at her, and she's like talking to Superman while Doomsday is walking towards, telling her how she love him and all this other stuff, you know what I mean? And while that was happening, Doomsday damn claw came out, and he was getting ready to jig Lois, and like Superman just had like a little Goku minute with like, oh, then he just flew off, yo. And I ain't never seen Superman put this much force into something before. Like this was like, the shit gave me goosebumps, yo, because they actually showed it. This nigga, you figure Doomsday's probably about, I would say 20 feet away from him when he's about to stab Lois Lane, and he's on the ground bleeding, unconscious, like he hurt, you know what I mean, damn near out. And he get that last will, he flies as fast as he can. He figures as much speed as Superman can gain in a 15 to 20 foot radius. And he hit dude, like flew, and hit him double fisted, yo, in his jaw. And he turned his head around 180 degrees. That nigga's Doomsday's head was completely turned around, yo. But at the same time, when he did it, almost just like how it was in Batman vs Superman when he went to go punch him and hit him with the spear with that final blow, but he wound up jigging himself with the Doomsday spear. That's pretty much the same thing that happened. And then after that, they had Doomsday was dead, and they was doing this. Canvas had his body, and they showed it earlier. Before that, it wasn't really nothing. Well, it was like a little cameo. They showed it looked like it could be Connor Kent. Like they showed him, because everybody know, if you don't know, Connor Kent was a clone of Superman. Superman wound up taking him under his wing later, blah 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 blah. But he was a clone, and these people from this organization, Canvas, they grew him. You know what I mean? But it looked like during that fight, he was able to break out, and that's how the movie ended. Then it had a couple credit scenes, you know what I'm saying? Then it had like the dude from Steel building his Superman suit. They had Hank Henshaw, the cyborg Superman, flying through. So they're going to kind of do some type of, I guess, Superman thing, because in the comic books, after Superman died, all the Superman wannabes came out, and they were trying to hold him down for a little bit. So I guess that's what they going to do with that movie. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta tell you, yo, this movie was dope. I give it a 4 out of 5. The thing I won't say to make it a 5 out of 5 is like it kind of started off kind of too slow with the Superman, Clark Kent, and Lois Lane drama that we seen it 100 times already, you know what I mean? She don't know who you are, you doing secret shit, suspicious, blah blah blah. Like, yo, we seen that. We didn't need that for like 20 minutes. You could have added some other stuff. But after they got that part out the way and then got into the actually Doomsday shit, the movie got hot. It got fire. The ending was dope, you know what I'm saying? Shit was shit was worth watching, but they're gonna be trying to sell it for like $20 on the Blu-ray. Ain't no hour and 20-minute cartoon with the credits running worth $20. That's in my opinion. Maybe if they sold these movies for $9.99, I think would be a better bargain. But this movie ain't even released to July sometime, but it got leaked online. You know what I mean? One of my peoples asked me if I seen it, hit me with a link, so I had to check it out. You know what I mean? And compared to the Superman Doomsday, what I liked about that movie compared to this one, it was like it started off a little bit quicker, a little bit faster pace, where when Superman quote unquote died was more in the middle of the movie, and then it had like you see the funeral, then you had Lex Luthor. Remember he had the fake clone Superman running around where everybody thought Superman was back, but he wasn't. Then come to find out his little cyborg robot had took him back and had the real Superman healing. Then the Superman with the black suit came and he destroyed the fake Superman robot and he was back, and that's how that one ended. With this movie, it was like the end of the fight was the end of the movie, was the climax, you know what I'm saying? Like Superman was gone from his grave. We don't know who took him, who removed him, you know what I'm saying? We saw somebody who could be Connor Kent. That's my guess who it could be. Then we had the Hank Henshaw cyborg Superman. Then we had I forget the black dude's name, who was the still Superman. So we got to wait to the next movie to see where they're going to take that one. And then at the end, there's a couple extra credit scenes that you might want to check out, just how they do the real comic book movies. You know what I'm saying? So which one would I like? Do I like better out of the two? Basically because they're the same story, but just done differently. Because you had this one was based off of the New 52 Superman, where the other one was the old school Silver Age Superman. What adaptation do I like better of that story brought to the animated? I really got to say probably. I think I like this one better. I like this one better. It was a little bit slower at the beginning, but the fight scenes was better. You had more characters. You had the Justice League involved, because that's how it will really be. If Doomsday really came through was breaking havoc, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been just Superman and Doomsday with a fair one. The League would have been there to try to handle it and put him down. You know what I'm saying? So I like this adaptation a little bit better because you had the Justice League there, and the ending battle was more of the climax at the end of the movie, where in the previous adaptation it was like in the middle of the movie, and then you still had more story to go to. Where this was like this is the end, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show a little quick overview for the funeral. We're gonna show some people crying. You know what I mean? Then we're gonna give you some cameos of some maybe possible Superman. You know what I mean? And that's it. You know what I mean? So it was a good movie, man. Definitely check it out. You know what I'm saying? I seen it at website was afdah.to, afdah.to. That's the link that I had to go check it out. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go check that movie out for free real quick, there it go. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and this is your boy Big Smooth representing for them nerds in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's my review. Death of Superman with a little bit of comparison to Superman Doomsday. I hope you enjoyed this video. Man, give the boy a thumbs up. You know what I mean? Give me a subscription. You know what I mean? If you want to share the video with your comic book community to let them know, you know what I mean? Or whatever, you just hook brother up. Show me some love, you know what I mean? Get me out there, you know what I'm saying? Your boy trying to blow. Nerds in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Yo, till next time, y'all, though. For real. Appreciate y'all. Peace.